There were going to be 20 people selected from around the world to go. I raised my hand and said, I'm going, because I knew one of the guys who was putting it together. Because I figured I'll never get a chance to go to North Korea. All we know about North Korea is what we know from reading the paper, the electronic media, and here's a chance to go see it for real.
It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Bank Pacific President Phil Flores to go to North Korea. He traveled to the Hermit Kingdom just after Labor Day last month, a time when the country was celebrating their own 4th of July event. Flores notes around 6,000 people are allowed to cross their border every year. To do that, he and his tour group had to go through 2 points of entry. The first point was near the Russian border by bus. An experience, he says, was like out of a movie. Very rural, very dirty. But the second entry was the complete opposite.
Second part of entry was Pyongyang by airplane going into their international airport. And frankly, that was quite good. It was smooth. They do take your cell phone from you. They give it to you when you leave. But that was coming and going out of Pyongyang was as though you're at just about any other international airport, except you knew you were in North Korea.
Flores immediately notices how poor the country appears and how cautious its people are with who they talk to.
The people, they face huge oppression from their own government. You have to be careful to whom you talk, what you say. You cannot criticize the government. You're only allowed to listen to the state radio. When you buy a radio, they try to set your tuner so you can't change it. But of course, people change it because there's other broadcasts coming in from China, and of course, it's being blasted from the south.
He also talks about how the streets look very beautiful, but empty.
They have beautiful streets, but they're empty. There's no vehicles, and they have beautiful roads going all through the country. And as you look at them, what it's really for is transporting troops when it need be, and also the land is a landing strip just about anywhere in the country.
Apparently, taking pictures is also very limited and forbidden in many places. Flores describes how you can't take pictures of military officials in uniform and how you always have to ask permission first. One of the reasons why is because Korean residents are told their pictures will be used in propaganda to make North Korea look bad. Flores says people seem very afraid.
One day I was in the bus, I'd taken a picture of some young children, I'm going to say 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm taking a picture, it's after school, they're walking, and I could see all of a sudden the look on one of the boys' face, yelling to his friends, "Watch out, he's trying to take our picture," as he ran behind the power pole to try to stop me from taking his picture.
He also says his tour group was lucky they had electricity and hot water at their hotel because both amenities are very limited in North Korea and are only available at certain times of the day. And despite how controlled his trip was, he never felt threatened. In fact, the only time he felt anything close to that was when his group tried to move a broken-down truck on a dirt road, which ended up rolling down the side of a hill. While the driver was okay, the tour guide told everyone to get back in the tour bus as 30 to 40 military officials seemed to appear out of nowhere. He finds out the next day at his hotel that they just wanted the foreigners out of that area as they assessed the truck situation.
That was the only time I would not have been surprised if there was a knock at the door at 2 in the morning saying, "Everybody downstairs."
Another highlight of his trip was how he got to travel to the borders of both North Korea and South Korea. Flores says he also brought back to Guam propaganda artwork as souvenirs, which he points out is everywhere in the country.
The country is still at war. Every day there's propaganda coming out about the puppets in South Korea, the imperialistic Americans. There's posters like this everywhere, scenes like this, just full-on propaganda, and the leader of the country is the military.
Flores says he had a great experience visiting North Korea and thinks great changes will come with its new ruler, Kim Jong-un. And while he's happy he went to an adventurous place, he says he's even happier to be home.
It's a place for adventurous people, but they don't let you go outside your hotel. They don't let you go outside the restaurant where you're eating. You can't catch a taxi because there are no taxis, and you can't go around on your own anyway. So when we left, it was kind of like, I'm free!
Josh Dukenko, PNC News.
No, I've always appreciated freedom.